for the hardcore City fans. I'm a City fan. I'm a worried City fan. And I'm a very worried City fan. I make analysis on games and tactics and, you know, manager skills. And often I come across this guy called Pep Guardiola. I started hating Pep Guardiola since the final of the Champions League last season. I started hating Pep Guardiola since that final. Now, excuse me. Now, a lot of City fans will not agree with me. In fact, a lot of them will disagree with me. But I started hating Pep Guardiola since the final of the Champions League last season against Chelsea. All the pundits, all the specialists, most people had City favored. They had City as the winner. On paper, City had everything. They had everything they needed to win that game and to take that trophy. They had everything. They dashed the cup. They dashed the Champions League to bloody Chelsea. They just handed it over to them. Just like that. And what happened a year ago, almost a year ago, has happened again. City has just dashed the semi-final and with it, the Champions League final to Real Madrid. Real Madrid had no shot on target for almost 90 minutes. For almost 90 minutes. I've been criticizing Mr. Guardiola since last year because what happened during the final was Mr. Guardiola overcooking his own food and being stubborn. Not listening, and not reacting normally. Last year, during the final of the Champions League, he had Aguero, the most lethal striker in the world, and Guardiola did not play him. He kept Aguero on the bench for 80 minutes almost. And then he put Aguero for barely 11 minutes to go. When it was pretty clear, well before halftime, that Guardiola needed to change something. And Guardiola didn't change anything. When the second half started, we were all shocked to realize that he did not make any change. He had Sterling that was there. He had players, at least two players that should have been changed that he did not change. At least two. I don't remember, but one of them was Sterling. Useless. So Mr. Guardiola is the victim of his own stubbornness. And I did say that I don't think Mr. Guardiola will win the Champions League. People say I'm very pessimistic. I'm just too negative. I'm this, I'm that. I spoke to a lot of City fans. And they are often very protective of Mr. Guardiola because he's the man who gave City everything. Well, look, City was given, just like PSG. We're not different. City and PSG are not different. Let me tell you why. City and and PSG are not different because both of those teams have not won the Champions League. Well, recently they've not won. They've fucked up. They've messed up. They've always done it wrong. And at PSG, they have been changing manager to try and find a solution, because ultimately the problem is the manager. But at City, the City fans don't want to believe that Guardiola, who is the man who brought a lot of success at City, is the problem, because he's got silverware to show. He's got, a room full of trophies, league title, cup title. And he's got those, about 6 or 7 of those. I don't know. You go and search there. I was even worried this season, and I kept saying it to people. I said, watch what City's going to do. Well, the reason why City's head-to-head with Liverpool in a league is because they messed up. You go and look at some of the games that they drew, or some of the games that they lost. I don't know. They just stupid games. Winnable games that they should have won, but they didn't win it. They didn't win them because the manager does not know how to handle. He's not a tactician that knows how to change plan A to plan B. He doesn't quite understand to move from plan A, or when to move from plan A to plan B. Sometimes he just moves to plan B too fast. Sometimes he wants to show that he knows best. He knows. He's a genius. But that's where the difference is between Guardiola and Klopp. That's where the difference is between Guardiola and the Chelsea manager. They are fine tacticians. Fine tacticians who know what to do. They don't fuck up like Mr. Guardiola. They don't mess up like Mr. Guardiola. They don't do silly things, silly moves like Mr. Guardiola. And here again, the man will come and not even own up to his mistakes. He'll just say how good Real Madrid was. Real Madrid was rubbish. Real Madrid was rubbish for 90 minutes. What has changed? Mr. Guardiola decided to make some changes. He removed De Bruyne. Yes, of course, Walker got injured. He replaced him. But why did he need to remove De Bruyne? Why did he feel the need to make any further changes? That is the question. Everything is going fine. Everything is going fine. Real Madrid cannot get to your goals. Everything is going perfectly fine. You're winning the game. You're going to the final. And at the 90th minute, because of the changes that you make, you get caught. You get caught. Is that player, that defender, they call it Chikichenko or whatever. I don't know. I hate the guy. I passionately hate this guy. He is the man that allowed the Chelsea striker in the Champions League final to score the goal. He is the man that allowed Mr. Benzema in the first leg of the semi-final to score his goal because he was marking the guy from behind. He's a defender, man. You try to stop the ball. You try to intercept the ball. You don't go to hide behind the striker. Who does that? Schoolboy error. But I'm telling you guys, Guardiola is City's problem, whether you like it or not.